You mentioned the accompaniment is just continuo, there's no extra instruments. But what is the dialogue that's happening? Who are the two players?
Nero and Cleo.
Patrick.
No.
Cleopatra and Nireno. And who is Nireno?
Well, Nireno is Cleopatra's confidant.
Ah, okay, good. And what are they discussing?
Sorry, say that.
What are they discussing? What's the dialogue here? What's the action? Notice there's a lot of plot going on here, right, in the recitative, which is what our
Cleopatra is
recitative is
asking
for.
if Nireno has brought Caesar.
Ah, okay. Basically, they're trying to set the whole thing up, right? Set up the meeting. They're trying to figure out how everything's going to go down. Okay, very good. Going on.
Okay, so the Handel wanted like solo players in this.
Good.
And he like didn't use a lot of division between like solo and then tutti playing together.
Not necessarily, but I think that would be a good observation to look at maybe perhaps the bottom of 836 and how his orchestra is set up here. What's the, if we look back at a certain form of orchestral music, and any of you, you guys or anybody in the audience here, see what this is? It's a type of concerto, actually. Well, you got two options, right? Regular concerto or a concerto grosso, right? Remember what a concerto grosso is, right?
Yeah.
A group of instruments called the concertino, and then you have the ripieno, which is the orchestra. Notice how he does this at the bottom. You have the orchestra, oboes, violins, strings. The upper half also has oboes, violins, viola, harp, theorbo. Those are the concertino instruments. So, he splits it up that way. Keep going.
Yeah, so in that light, and if we're talking about that, in the symphony, they all play in unison, but in that aria, the concertino like accompanies the voice.
Ah, very good. So in the aria, they keep just the concertino for what purpose? Well, why wouldn't he have the whole orchestra play?
Oh, so that the text could be heard.
Yeah, because the singer can't blast out over all of that. So, for clarity. Very good. Tell me a little bit about this aria.
It's between Cleopatra and Caesar.
Okay. So this is a little bit different than what we've seen before, right? Because it's not just the main aria person, but the Caesar interrupts at the end. So what does that help us achieve by throwing that in, as opposed to the aria just being a chance for the soloist to show off? By inserting an extra character, it sort of moves the story along, right? Gives us more drama. And this is something that was being done in Italy and something he picked up in Rome. Right? So during this time period. Good. How about a little harmonic analysis of this aria? Did you guys prepare that at all? All right.
There's some text painting, like.
There's a really important one.
Yeah. start of measure 28. There is third text being word Senolo, which is translated to
Actually, the one I wanted you to look at is in bar 4. Saetta d'amore. Cupid's arrows are darts, and it has this sort of darting melody. Ah, yes. So actually, given that we've, okay, guys, thank you. I'm gonna help you out on the rest of the way here. Okay? Thank you for giving us the story. So, given what we all know about Baroque da capo arias, let's look at this aria. What key do we start in? F? Yes? Good. So, where would you expect it to go from there? Well, eventually, but probably within the first set, in the A section. Probably go to C, right? Yeah. So let's start looking for B naturals and some sort of cadence in C.
At the bottom of page 8.
Yeah, there's some B naturals there. Unfortunately, there's not really what I would call a super strong cadence. I mean, I guess so.
It's kind of introducing the change.
Yeah, the really what you would call the authentic cadence is on bar 17, where you have the 5 to 1 in the bass. You can see it in the concertina there. Yeah. So, but then of course it moves off quickly into the key of A minor. You see that? We suddenly move into A. But A, that sets us up for what key? D, which is our relative minor. And guess where you're going to find that happening? Oh my goodness. Where would you expect the D minor to occur? Remember in a, yeah, right. Remember in a, excuse me, in a da capo aria, where my black pen went. That's how we're gonna do it, right? Or not 3, sorry, 6. I went the wrong one. 6. Right? So major, relative, minor, major. Pretty much as I think that Mr. Hines says, bet the farm on that one. Kazubek says that, okay, yeah. Pretty much bet the farm on that one. So you see where the B section happens. Notice he doesn't cadence the end of that section in D minor. No. He does it in A because we've got a little expectation here from Caesar. Or expectation from Cleopatra to see what Caesar's going to tell her. And then she goes back to the beginning because it is da capo, right? Meaning back to the head. And we're going to hear it again. All right. So let us do a little listening, see how this guy goes. Here's our favorite. But at least with this one, it's at the very end, so I can. Oops. No, we're not going to get the. We're not going to get the epitaph of Cyclus here. There it is. Okay. Good. No problem. that's what's called for in the full orchestra. So yes, that's where it is. Oh, well, you know. And Shelley as well. So lots of text, a lot of plot development. Ah, now enter Caesar. Ah, Caesar played by a high voice, even though he's the emperor. This would be played by a castrato. So a little sinfonia here. And the aria material will be built off of this original. Some of the material you get in the symphony. Caesar. What do you see? When in a blaze of light did the gods descend to the earth? What has he just seen? Cleopatra. Pick up the type. Here's the dart. Dart of Cupid. Before this goes on any further. Now, given what does this feel like? It's a dance, right? Remember, in the Baroque, lots of our pieces are based on dances. This is a slow dance in 3. Anybody maybe figure out have some previous knowledge of what that is in the Baroque period? You bass trombone players, you've probably played one in the Bach cello suite. It's a saraband, right? And the thing about the saraband, it's a slow dance in 3, but the emphasis is on beat 2, which is unusual for music. Usually we do 1, right? 3 to 1. Where actually in the saraband, it's the weight of the step is on beat 2.